Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Muse LED pendant. This is going to be the 131001. This is the smaller of the two sizes. This is the one that's coming in about 23 inches in diameter. There's a larger one that's 30 inches in diameter, just around there. Email me if you're not sure which one is right for you, and I can help you sort that out without a problem. Let's talk about the design of this fixture. I think it's really pretty. Something about it is just very appealing. It's basically, you have a disc of textured clear cast glass on the bottom. You have an LED row in a circle above that. That's going to be your lighting element. And then above that you have all this decorative forging, which some people think is like an abstract piece of art. Some people think it looks like a monarch butterfly, but I'll let you guys decide on that. And let's move on. Let's talk about the size of the fixture itself, 5.2 inches high, so it's not that tall, which is great, and because you can use it in all kinds of different applications, and we'll get into that in just a second. 23 inches in diameter, so the overall height, that's distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, is going to give you a great range. This can start off at 9.3 inches, so it can be a semi-flush, which is awesome, and it can go all the way to 51.3 inches with the pipes that come with it. So this is going to ship with 180 inches of wire. So I could pretty much get you down from the ceiling to just a little below that 180. You're going to need about that much wire to get to the box. So let's say 176, which is quite a big drop. If you need beyond that, we do custom lengths. But you know, just by ordering another couple sets of pipes, you can attain a pretty big overall height from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. I want to show you a little bit more information about all this, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list, which is going to be things like this, the canopy, the glass on it, all those little parts that go together. It's very simple to put this together, and you'll see that when you look at that installation instruction. How I would probably put this together is I would take a table and I would figure out what I need for the pipes to begin with. So you're going to notice both on the page on Handmade in Vermont for this and on the installations instructions there is a chart. The chart is going to show you the overall heights starting at 9.3 all the way to 51.3, and then increments of that of what you can attain by using different combinations of pipes. So to begin with, you're going to be getting 3 of the 12, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3, and a bunch of these little connectors, and they just go together really easily. So they basically just screw together simply like this, and the connector goes in there. Only takes a second. And like I said before, you're going to figure out which pipes you need, kind of lay them out in a bit. On a blanket, you're going to put the decorative element and the fixture itself on the bottom, and they're just going to build going up. So you're going to run the wires coming up through the pipes one by one. So through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, and then eventually you're going to exit the canopy up on top, and then you'll be all set. And you can see how clean this is. The engineering on Hubbardton Forge's stuff is so dynamite, you barely even see that there's a line there. It's really great. So slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees automatically. There's a knuckle at the very top that's going to allow this to bend in one direction to 45, so you're kind of covered there. And like I said, if you need more of those kits to get longer than that, what I said before, the 51.3, drop us an email. Kits come in this 112, 13, 1.6. So you have to figure out how many kits you need to get to the overall drop that you need beyond what you're going to have just coming with it automatically. So canopy up on the ceiling is 5.5 inches in diameter, which is great too. So it's not overly big. It's only about an inch thick or so. Cool thing about this fixture is you can decide on the color temperature of the light coming out of it. If you watched any of my YouTube videos, I always talk about the color of light coming out of LEDs. Kind of begins at 2700 Kelvin, which is a super yellow light like a setting sun, very romantic. Goes all the way to a bluish white light like a convenience store or an overcast day. That's like 4000, 5000 Kelvin. In the middle of that is what we use in our showroom, and that's 3000 Kelvin. That is the warmth and nice light coming out of this LED above, warm white, soft white. So like I said, the cool thing about this fixture is during your installation you can set inside the canopy on the driver, there's a little button that moves and you can kind of set, you can go 2700, you can go 3000 or 4000. So you can choose that during your installation. In the future you can always take this canopy down and go back if you wanted to move these to a different color temperature too. It's something new that Hubbardton Forge has done, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, let's talk about what you're going to get out of this as far as light. And this is going to be kind of important. So if you're using this, or you plan to, like over a kitchen island, which I think you could, this is going to be putting out 1080 lumens. So that has to kind of work for you. But you know what? A lot of you guys are doing projects and you're going to have other lighting in that room. So it's important to probably touch base with me and we can kind of go over what your lighting needs are for that specific island and how many of these you would have. Don't forget, this is 23 inches in diameter. So if you're going to have 2 or 3 of them, it's a good idea that they have to be spaced somewhat apart. And this, like I said, the symmetry and the balance of these things is just dynamite. So I think a few of them over an island could be really great, but I want to kind of walk you through what you would need as far as your lighting needs, you know, food prep, chopping vegetables, those kind of things. I think that's pretty important. And people call me about that all the time. So don't be afraid to do that because I am here for you. I've sold more Hubbardton Forge than anyone in the world over 26 years, so I have a lot of experience in talking to people on the phone or email. You can send pictures through an email, and I love to do that too. Okay, 17 lumens. I'm sorry, 17 watts. That's going to produce your 1080 lumens, and that's really about it. It's a great fixture. If you have any questions, reach out and check out the information on the larger version as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.